shit. Damn, I fucked that up. God damn it. Sorry about that, fellas. My bad. Yeah, my bad to the Vanessa and them. That was my fault. I ran in that fucking shoulder.
Oh, it's been a very disappointing year. In fact, probably the most disappointing. These are the top 10 most disappointing games of 2021. Number 10. My first game is a controversial pick, to be sure, as this game actually won Game of the Year on many outlets' lists. What kind of world is this?
Deathloop is GameSpot's Game of the Year for 2021.
Deathloop's Black Reef changed the way I play games and made me behave in a way that's not in my nature.
It garnered 10 out of 10 masterpieces at both IGN and even GameSpot and countless other outlets. So many of them told me not to sleep on the game, that it was going to be the best of the year. And honestly, it's not a bad game. Not a bad game at all. It's just not the one that it was hyped up to be. The one that garnered 10 out of 10 flawless, perfect scores.
My kind of reasoning and thinking for, and our reasoning and thinking as a team for why it is Game of the Year, I framed it as a magic trick, and the idea of it being, magic tricks are incredible, right? Like, it doesn't matter who you are. You can be an adult, you can be a child, you can be somewhere in between, you could be...
You know when a friend hypes you up on a game so much, where you cannot wait to play it, and then you play it, and it's kind of ho-hum, kind of shit, and you start questioning their entire taste in games. Oh shit, it's working! The AI in this game is fucking stupid, Joe.
I'm sorry, what?
It's literally
What?
stale
MLG,
and fucking
baby.
easy. If other Joe can do this in a matter of seconds. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Only Deathloop, like I said, it's not a bad game. It's just nothing special. Let me dive into it. There were so many roguelike games in 2021, and this is kind of one of them. This game doesn't break any new ground on any of its mechanics, which leaves me flabbergasted as to why it was so adored. It felt more like journalists sort of circling the wagons around a title that just based on its purely lukewarm reception from gamers rather than on the merits of the game itself. Hey guys.
You can just make some noise, stand in a doorway, and mow them all down with a shotgun. That strategy works 100% of the time. Everyone who keeps walking up these stairs keep dying. These stairs are real dangerous.
It's my turn.
There was nothing in its long cycle of marketing that intrigued me every single time Bethesda tried to trot it out personally. And every time I'd mention this, it just seemed to make the journalists louder about how great of a game it was going to be. A self-fulfilling prophecy by the time it came out. They were damn near forced to give it a high rating. But you know what? Deathloop is essentially praise DLC Moon Crash done over again in a different setting, one that I don't like. I literally shit you not, it has been done better, this concept, by the same studio that made it.
And its genre blending experiment is, in my view, a failure. I think that this really pales in comparison to Arkane's previous work, especially Prey Mooncrash, which honestly, if you've played Deathloop and you liked it, you should go and play Prey Mooncrash, because it's better by almost every metric.
Only here, it's in this sort of premise of 60s and this music. I've never been a huge fan of that. The character designs, not my thing. It's got terrible performance issues at launch, laughably dumb AI that doesn't give the game the challenge it needs.
So if you're weighing up a purchase decision about Deathloop, trust those 9 people, okay? But I am the other guy. I'm number 10. I think that Deathloop is really messy. I think it does not or a time loop game or a narrative-driven mystery game.
Deathloop was a disappointment. Repetitive levels. There's not enough exploration to make it rise above the fact that it has one fucking enemy type. Humans who are dumb.
It doesn't matter who you are. You can be an adult, you can be a child, you can be somewhere in between, you could be, Tricks has this unique ability of watch a magic trick and it inspires a childlike awe. Even the most stealth people, they kind of break down in front of a magic trick and they're wowed by it, right? It's like, wow, this is incredible.
Wow, you a bitch. He's gonna run right into me.
otherwise all right story, just a disappointing horror game. Though I'm sure at some point Kluber is gonna nail it. We have to keep trying and hopefully one day we'll sing the praises about their next one. But the medium was a disappointment. Number 7. Diablo 2 Resurrection. People literally flew across the country to my house to play Diablo 2 Resurrection on LAN together, food, drinks, and we just couldn't even fucking play when the game dropped. The servers were fucking awful. it just would kick us out, and you wouldn't even be able to get in the fucking game. They removed TCP/IP, the LAN play, and instead forces us to use their goddamn shitty servers that are down all the time, especially at launch. The core game is a freaking masterpiece, so that is not disappointing, okay?
Diablo 2, in almost every way, is a legendary 10 out of 10 game. Now, certainly not perfect, but it's close enough. It defined the genre, raised the bar, broke the molds, changed the game, and all the other things that used to be plastered on CD jewel cases and boxes when PC games still had jewel cases and boxes.
It's this game. The fact that one of the best games ever is treated like this, that was disappointing. It's a disrespect to the original. $40 for a 20-year-old game. I expect Blizzard to damn well make sure that the experience is flawless, and they fumbled that. Broken launch, server rollbacks, no mod support, like multiple patches needed.
Even on September 28th, 5 days after the game's launch, the character lockout bug still persisted. And then fast forward 19 to 20 days later after launch, October 12th and today 13th, and you've got a situation where Diablo 2 Resurrected servers are down yet again, with Blizzard not knowing what the issue is, having to investigate. Here's another headline: Diablo 2 Resurrected is still being the keyword, struggling with server issues.
I never played the original at my own house, so I never really got to go through it. And I'm fucking finally glad that I got to go through it with friends. It's just, there were things here that didn't live up to the original. I don't care that the females have been censored, though I do think that purists would want things left alone the way it was at release. And honestly, it wasn't that risque. It's just dumb. No ladders. They needed a bunch of fixes, just a bunch of frustration at release, and random times when you couldn't even access the game that shouldn't have even been a problem in the first place.
But they weren't. And that ruined our LAN party. That people flew across country to come to. It also gave us all sorts of issues, launch weekend, streaming. To this day, 3 weeks after launch, the servers are still not stable. This last weekend, servers were down again. Rollbacks are still happening, undoing dozens of loot runs, drops, and forcing people to redo content. It's absolutely unacceptable. I don't care how much I love this game. If I had my maggot layer run on Hell rolled back, I would have uninstalled.
Does Blizzard have to literally ruin all their great franchises? In the case of Resurrection, it was mostly technical issues that didn't even need to happen in the first place.
That's disappointing. It still has server issues. It had an awful launch. It's got a dated UI that honestly feels pretty bad at times. It should have horrible AI that can feel like inexcusable. And its slow loop progression at the start requires a huge time to get going. Almost unplayable with the server. I get that they were scared after absolutely ruining Warcraft 3. But this game needed to polish in weeks. If they were really that afraid, they could have given me the time.
Hey guys, Vanguard. It sucks. It's another Call of Duty game, Vanguard. Another lazy single-player campaign, with this time with a dull story and laughable fucking set-piece moments.
How can we make things feel as if they're part of our real world?
Yeah, these are all Japanese soldiers. Look at all of them.
Let me just casually walk away. It's war. Let me just walk in front of the fucking Shermans.
Biggest source of realism is imperfection.
It doesn't even really get to the good stuff it promises before it fucking ends. Like a coward.
There is no right, guys. Stop it. We are making our way into Germany, into Berlin, and Hitler's dead, and you guys are worried about 4 idiots who are screaming about the Fourth Reich?
A disappointment for sure in the campaign. Then add in a multiplayer where they take away fan favorite and innovative modes from the previous COD and throw in chaotic modes that fucking... It's just a goddamn gun leveling system for Warzone.
Wait, that's the same move.
Yeah,
The same move.
That's all this fucking game is. It's a gun leveler for Warzone. And it's fucking sad. I'm just so tired of this same shit every year, adding nothing new to the fucking formula. This mixed bag is easily one of the more forgettable boots on the ground World War II titles.
There better be zombies, I guess. That's our only hope. That somehow Call of Duty will go meta and take the campaign that throws it the stuff right and then fight demons from portals. Dude, if this game ends like that, I'll be like, oh my god.
Nope. Instead, they sequel bait. More insulting is they wanted this to be a part of a trilogy, as if these one-note and cringy characters are worth exploring. Famously, one of the devs behind the scenes said that COD isn't known for characters, so that's why we made these.
We came into this process saying, how do we make these iconic COD characters? Because you don't really have that in Call of Duty right now. You know, when you think about a game like Halo, you think of Master Chief or whatever, where you think of COD, there's really that standout, like, oh, these characters. So we came into this.
Are you serious? Christ. Sure, the multiplayer is solid, and they did throw in 20 maps, but it's mostly shit we've all played before. You couple this with one of the worst zombie modes in the series ever, uninspired, repetitive levels that are literally just reused assets without any of the cool shit that zombies is supposed to have. And I don't even like zombies.
Okay, I know you're not a zombie fan, but like this is like super bare bones right now.
It's awful. That's fucking lame.
I have never been so turned off on my zombies mode in Call of Duty.
This what you guys like, chat? You've got yourself one of the most disappointing CODs by the low bar COD standards. Absolutely soulless.
Why don't you hold F on it and then all of them disappear?
That's it! That's it! That's fucking it! I thought there would be a fucking cutscene or a boss or fucking something. Here we go. No, Battle Pass. Buy the Battle Pass. And hopefully Activision's new owner, Microsoft, comes in here, makes some changes like stopping these yearly releases of this tired garbage and give the devs some time to truly produce something that matters.
World War II combat like never before.
Number 5. You bought it.
No, see? It's like 343 says. I earned it. You see, maybe you're not getting this. It's like this rifle. I went to Target, and that was after I went to work some more. I did some more work, and my boss gave me some more money. And then with that money, then I went to Target, and I bought this Nerf gun. And then in the Nerf gun was the marketing, and then there was a code. And then I used that code, and I came home, and I earned the Nerf skin for this gun. So, yeah, I earned it.
We're not going to let any other players circumvent that by purchasing it.
A lot of our stuff is unlocked through playing the game and only through playing the game.
You want devs that have extra time to develop something that matters? Well, here you go. Multiplayer Halo. I warned you about this shit 5 to 6 years ago. I knew it was coming. People thought I was fucking crazy. Now get those fuckers to pay more money. Then we put even more profit to the gold box, okay? Just like weapons and fucking whatever, okay? And then we raise the price of the $499. Oh, yes, I know it's going to be great. free-to-play Halo multiplayer where progression is extremely restricted in order to keep engagement up and microtransactions flowing.
Jeremy described this problem that we have with the Ultimate Challenge where, if you climb the mountain, only to then find there's another mountain at the top to climb. So I think what you'll find starting with yesterday's update is once you hit the final Ultimate Challenge, it should be way less intensive now to kind of finalize and complete the step to get the Ultimate Reward, which, if you're like me, it's late Monday night and you finally finish your weeklies and you think you're done and then it's go play 13.
Cash App Golden Card is customizable and there's a glow-in-the-dark version so you can always find it. Just open the app, choose a color, and draw your design right on the phone. Cash Card saves you money instantly. Just open Cash App, choose which restaurant or store you want to save at, and the discount gets applied as soon as you pay. You can use your own card in the Cash App. Just add it to Apple or Google Pay, and then use it to shop online all before the actual card arrives in the mail. When it arrives, you can activate it and keep it safe and secure by sending the PIN in the Cash App and use it in stores or the ATM. The Cash Card is connected to your Cash App, so when friends pay you back, you can spend your cards with your Cash Card instantly. Now that's a feature-packed debit card worth checking out. Don't forget to check the reviews before you use your card to pay. Download Cash App now and design your custom card today.
More games, and you're like, oh, but it's almost midnight, but I want that coding, dang it. So I think that's going to be really appreciated.
In an age where other games are charging $70 for shiny blue, oh, I'm sorry, it's fucking shiny blue. Oh, well, fucking that is, oh, that's great now, isn't it? Oh, well, good for you. But Joe, it's shiny blue. Is that fucking blue? You want me to pay you, what, $50 for fucking shiny blue? Fucking shiny blue! Are you fucking serious? It was only a matter of time before Halo jumped in. Now you can't color your fucking armor the way you want unless you buy the fucking color.
This update, today we have Bloody Blue.
For fucking blue!
They called it Lucky Blue at 800 coins. And that's pretty much a $15 skin because you can't buy 800 coins. You have to buy the 1,000 pack of coins for terms in the game, which is roughly around $15.
And worse, that fucking color that you buy applies to only a single one of your armor cores, and you literally need to buy the same color 3 or 4 fucking times to cover your other armors, and then separately for your fucking vehicles, oh, and your fucking weapons. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? This is not the point of Halo multiplayer, and you can tell when more players are attempting to satisfy their dailies and their weeklies by ignoring the fucking objective of the game mode and playing like idiots so that they can get their next progression unlocked for a fucking shoulder pad or color swap. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking blue! Fucking blue! And worse, this is here on this list mainly because of its launch date. So many people said, wait for its full release when it came out. Well, it's fucking full release now. And you still, when it came out, you couldn't fucking pick the goddamn mode that you wanted to play. In Halo, there's no fucking lobbies, the server. Look, you are forced into long sections of fucking oddball when all I wanted to do was play some fucking Slayer. And then they complained that they couldn't change it because it was all tied into this purposefully restrictive system to game us all. And for fucking Christ's sake, Big Team Battle is still broken months later. The transition from box product to the free-to-play model has been disastrous for Halo. And no amount of cat ears for my fucking Spartan is going to keep me wanting to play the game in that state.
One of the biggest challenges that we knew that we would have, and no matter what we did, we were going to have this, which is changing Halo 20 years of box product models to a free-to-play model is not something that is going to be satisfying for most of our players.
Modern gaming. Thankfully, it seems 343 is at least somewhat listening, but it's bullshit that we had to fight back in the first place. It's sad to see this done to Halo, for it to be forced into a distribution and money-making model that I just don't think it was ever intended for. So that, pockets can be lined and the game's campaign can be left unfinished, lacking co-op, Forge, more shit at release, more for less. It's never a good thing. I cannot stand live service models when done like this. Halo multiplayer deserves this spot for sure, and it deserves to be better. Hopefully it'll get there. But at launch, huge disappointment.
So, we've heard a lot of feedback about, I want my performance in the game to matter. I want to be rewarded for that. And this is not the end-all, be-all solution, but this is the first baby step towards doing that, right? Because now...
Okay, so here's my assessment of the game so far. I dislike the maps. I think the maps are incredibly boring and static and just, not very creative. The PvE is incredibly below average. The enemy AI is quite awful. The enemy attacks animations are not very good. Hunt Showdown has better PvE than this, and this game kind of takes inspiration from that with PvE. Yeah. Scavengers. Get this. A game you never even fucking heard of or probably played. How the fuck can this be so high on the list, Joe? Well, because it squandered technology behind the game. I highly recommend you watch Nerd Slayer's video series, Death of a Game, on this particular one, Scavengers, because it reveals that it was backed by a company with some of the most extremely innovative gaming technology that would essentially allow for thousands of simultaneous players to play on a single map.
Under the hood was a powerful and proprietary server cloud technology, Spatial OS, created and powered by $1 billion tech startup company, Improbable Worlds. A map would be possible to have hundreds, maybe even thousands of live actors, aka a mixture of players and AI NPCs sprawled throughout.
Like PlanetSide shit. And we had so much fun in PlanetSide. I want a new one. I've always wanted another PlanetSide. Well, if this tech can actually do that, like more than 4,000 players in a single game, that would be fucking amazing for the Angry Army. For our fucking Twitch streams. Imagine you'd be able to play with me real time while you're in chat. It's wasted technology on this.
Comment is the rest of the steamer
How
coming.
the fuck is he getting me so quick? God damn it. Another generic battle royale with a whole fucking 3 players on a team fighting other players of 3. Not thousands, but 60 fucking players. Just 20 teams? Oh, and I'm sorry, the game can actually support up to 8,999 players, not 4,000. So it's fucking insane to think that we got this generic free-to-play game that felt like every other fucking game with mobile mechanics between games in a AAA supposed title. Copper. Fucking copper. Glass. Nanites, the same shit I found in the other thing. Oh, well, what do you know? Fucking copper, glass, nanite, and iron. Are you that is? And then you craft stuff and you wait on a timer for the stuff to craft. So it's basically a mobile game in that way. Now fight against the world and other players and then extract. Only the extraction mechanic was fundamentally flawed. Teams would get to the ship before you set up shop and massive cover, a massive advantage, and kill you instantly the second you showed up, and there's nothing you could fucking do about it. By the time you got there with huge wide open maps where you're fucking dead meat when you tried to extract. It was simply unfun.
Yes. And this is just stupid. That's stupid. I fucking hate this. Just wait here. Oh no, there's a team on this side, dude. This is fucking stupid. Fuck this game, man. What a fucking stupid ass mechanic. This is stupid.
The Russian team have to get on the ship.
Thematically, what's funny is like everyone starts shooting each other, and then the doors close, and everyone's like, "Okay, we're cool now."
It had generic characters with crap abilities and that shitty research system. The game just never fully came together. The worst part is that they did eventually show off what happens with a 4,000 player event. 4,000 players jumped into a single one game session. So cool. And it should have been a completely different game that was far more exciting. They could have took advantage of this.
Excellent.
All right, Josh.
Hold yourself in the air, press before the end, and you'll start sliding as you hit the ground. So you can really chain things together that way.
Hey, we've done it. We've hit our tickets on it.
All right.
Excellent. I'm going to give you one more question, though, Josh. Sorry. So I'm going to do one more shout out. So are you ready?
Enter the dropships. Enter the dropships.
This is chaos.
We'll all be in regular standing on the list. We'll be inside the
Company is bleeding money and near bankruptcy, and that will never get to be realized. The player base for this game is drawn to a paltry 127 average players. Like 2 games. It is a damn travesty what we lost here when they finally do close up shop.
Pieces, so.
Everyone, defend the ships. Defend the ships. They're coming for you. Josh. There we go.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Thank you for putting us test. We'll see you out there in the snow.
Let's go play some scavengers.
Getting into the rough with, yeah, some of it's been from the squad, but that's why factions with some weak abilities and frankly boring gameplay. And you're supposed to do it again and again, over and over. With many other looter shooters out there, it doesn't make sense that
Here at Credit Karma, we're ready to help you outsmart credit card debt. A balanced transfer card can help you cut down your payments with one consolidated due date and a low interest.
Definitely the most epic aspect of the PS5 has to be its controller, the DualSense. It is more than an evolution of previous controllers. It is a radical change for everything that PS5 represents. It has triggers that dynamically adapt its resistance, an extremely precise vibration, a set of microphones to record your voice, and best of all, a lot of secrets, tips, and curiosities that we will show you in this video. Although there are already DualSense controllers with colors other than white, such as red or black, these controllers are more expensive than the DualSense with the original colors, which in itself are relatively expensive. However, many people are unaware that the DualSense has the ability to program in your own hands. That's right. This allows you to modify the look of your DualSense with just a few dollars without having to buy a new and spend a lot of money. Sure, you probably know that the DualSense controller works wirelessly through Bluetooth. But have you ever wondered, where is the Bluetooth sync button on the DualSense? All Bluetooth devices are supposed to have it, right? Well, if you haven't found it, it's because it literally doesn't exist. The only way to put the DualSense into pairing mode is by holding down the PlayStation button and the Gear button at the same time until the lights on the keyboard start to black. That means you are ready to pair your DualSense with a compatible device that supports Bluetooth. And since now we know how to pair our DualSense, surely you are curious about which devices are compatible with this controller. I have good news for you. The DualSense works with almost everything. It works with PCs, with Android devices, and even with iPhones, iPads, iPod Touches, and even Apple TVs. So, in short, there are a lot of devices that are compatible. So, the DualSense is a good option to have a modern and good quality control, even without having a PS5. Some people know that the DualSense has an included microphone that, in addition to allowing you to talk with your friends without the need for headphones, it also allows you to DualSense has to be its LED lights that, as we all know, can change color. In game
Gameplay has been announced for later this week, and we're going to break down all the juicy details. Plus, the European retailer does something you simply won't believe when it comes to PlayStation 5 sales. And PlayStation Now games for February 2022 have been announced. All this and much more in today's edition of Celtics PlayStation News Report. Let's get into it. What's up, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to the Saltiest Gaming News Channel, your number one source for PlayStation news and rumors on YouTube. Before we get into today's first story, if you're here for the first time, welcome. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so to stay up to date with all things PlayStation and PlayStation 5. In today's first story, 2022 is set to be a record year for PlayStation when it comes to games. Just think about it for a second. How many bangers are coming out this year? It will blow your mind. We have Horizon Forbidden West coming out in mere days on February 18th. We have Sifu coming out, and then we have Gran Turismo 7, one of the most popular franchises of all time in video games. Gran Turismo will be taking center stage in an all-new state of play, arriving this Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific. This was announced by PlayStation on both their official Twitter account, which I have up right now, with some new gameplay, and they also posted on the official PlayStation blog. So what can we expect during this Gran Turismo 7 state of play? Well, it's going to be
What's wrong with y'all? What the fuck happened there?
Once you're in this screen, click on sign up. This is the page that you want to fill in your credentials. So you're just going to change your country or region to United States. Once this is set, guys, you can enter all your details and create an account basically. Now, since I already have a US account, I'm just going to skip this part and get to the rest of the video. So I'm just going to go back. So once you're back to home screen, if you want to go over to PlayStation Now, you're going to see an option that says PlayStation Now.